Lil Grizz,
No.
what are you doing? Don't drop that mug.
No,
No, we do not want Steve to have to make another mug.
I'm fitting in the bands. Yeah, I've got two more to do. I'm fixing this one right here. This is
What do you mean when you say you're fitting in a band?
Well, now I'm just fixing to show you. All right, see right now, I've got on 22 and 5/8, which really I had just sitting on. I had tied up on that, but I was working on it. All right, see what I'm talking about? Come here. You can see it here if you can. See, it's 22 and 3/4.
Yes.
Okay. What I'm gonna do, when I get through fitting the band and everything, it's 22 and 3/8.
Okay, so it drops it down about 3/8 of an inch.
And all right, now here's my fancy cutting board here.
Okay, let's get a look at this. What are these marks you have on here?
That is to tell me where I'm cutting it to.
Okay, so you put the sweatband down to the end.
And then, this is kind of just...
Ow!
I don't like it. Right,
I was just...
The reason I do this now is to keep me oriented to the bottom. You'll see what I'm talking about.
Okay.
And then I turn it over. And then I cut this 22 and 3/8, which I don't have a 3/8 mark, but I kind of... All right.
Now, is that a straight
No.
90-degree cut
No,
you make?
The blocks are tapered, so you have to taper this.
Okay, so you have a slightly tapered cut.
And then, now, at first it's going to be, that's the reason I stick it on. The next block I use will be a 22 and 3/8. You'll see what I'm talking about.
Okay, so before the sweatband goes in, you have it on a larger block, and then when the sweatband goes in, it goes to exactly what you're building it to.
See?
Yes, I see that.
See how it tightens up in there?
Uh-huh.
All right. So, that's what you want. You want it.
Now, do you glue this in once you get it set in there?
No. That's
No.
bad word around here. It's a bad. We don't. All right. Then what I do then, I stick it on. This is 22 and 3/8.
Got it.
All right.
I notice you don't just like shove it onto the block.
No. No.
Folks, this requires precision.
Oh,
And that is why he's a master hat maker.
Yeah, it does. But
Because he does not ever just shove it on a block. Always precisely lined up. You see this little dot? Show them the little dot there. The little dot marks the back of the hat. And then that also has to match exactly to the back of the block.
oh yeah, I forgot that. Well, you can see it on this one.
And my dad is watching, and Timberline says hi, and Anthony says hi.
Hey, see, there, I got this in more.
Okay, so see, folks, every one of our blocks is marked, and yes, they are marked front and back. The front is just the plain, and then the back is the mark. It says back, and every time you put a hat on a block in this shop, you do it carefully. You do not ever, believe me, I am speaking out of knowledge, you do not grab up a hat and drop it over on a block. And if you, for some reason, come in to visit the shop and you pull a hat off a block, which is not really recommended at all, You better not put it back carelessly. Oh my goodness. Timberline said to tell you that Pony says she's got a peach cobbler for us.
Oh, man.
Man, I wish that was here tonight. Okay, now folks, in case you hadn't had a look, this is one of our most important instruments right here. This is what keeps us all lined out.
And we got one back here.
We have several of them. There's one back over there.
And one
there's one over here. And there's one upstairs by our shipping station. And what this does is help us keep us coordinated. If you were building hats to sizes, you would use this size pattern here. We do not use this size pattern because for matching all of our old blocks, we use the inch markers. And as you see here, you've got your inch, quarter inch, and we build it to the 1/8. Now, what else do we have to tell? What else do you have to tell us about?
That'll be it for right now. Because unless you want me to do another one.
Yeah, why don't we watch one more?
Okay, yeah, we can do that.
I am all in the wrong space, folks. Let me get back over here.
Always. That goes without saying, no matter where you go.
And folks, as you can see, there's an order to our shop. After the hats they've been blocked to the size that they will be plus 3/8 of an inch. Then they get their pencil curl put in. And then they come over to this shelf where he's working right now.
Okay, this is supposed to be...
And this is the band fitting shelf.
Yeah, this is supposed to be 22.5.
Okay, so this hat will be made, in the end, it will be 22.5 inches. So right now, what is it?
It's supposed to be 22.5. I'm going to go ahead and cut it. Seems like it might be a little tight, but that's fine.
We can bump that. Okay.
We'll see what we work with.
We can work with that. Okay, Tyler Gregory says hi. He's watching us.
All righty.
He's the young man that we watched do a concert a while back in the empty building. Mm-hmm. And then he did another one down in a gully, well, kind of a culvert. Mm-hmm. Okay, folks, there we have it again. Right. Lining up the sweatband. And Tony Bean is watching us.
Now this might be a good one to show them because it might buckle up a little bit. So
okay,
I might have to put a bigger block.
Now why? Oh, because of size. Okay, because we're a little bit. Okay, folks. So what it is, the hat is a fraction, about a 1/16 of an inch, a little bit tighter than what we're wanting it. We're going to be bumping it on out. So the sweatband is going to be just a tad larger than what we want. And he's going to be fitting it in. See?
The band stays,
see how we angle it, folks?
We don't cheat on that.
Okay. Yeah, no, we do not, even at a 1/16 of an inch. We don't say, oh, we'll bump that out to fit you. No, it is built to what you order. Now we go back here. And you see, once again, let me get see our dot. That marks the back of the hat. Now reach over and grab your glue gun.
Yeah.
He's going to smack me, folks, if I say anything else about glue. There is one thing that Grizz absolutely cannot stand is when someone mixes glue and felt. Do not put glue on your hat.
No.
Whatever you do, no glue.
Let's see how, that's what I was talking about, that being a little tight. See how it's wrenching up?
Yes. But, now, what are you going to do about that?
Okay. What I'll do, I'm going to stick it on the block tonight, and then this, it sits there during the night, all this start coming out. Okay?
Yes. So in other words, it will come out to size and it will be perfectly fitting in the morning. Now, how long, once you get the sweatband set in, how long do you leave it before you sew it?
I like to leave it 24 hours. It just works that way.
So you put the hat in the rising oven and you let it rise for 24 hours. And then you bake it.
Cake, this is a hat.
I was trying to be Julia Child.
Okay.
If Julia Child were making hats, that's what it would sound like.
See how it's coming out now? But I'm gonna get all of it out.
Okay.
All right. Now what I got to do now is find a 22.5 block.
Okay, folks, this is going to get interesting here. I'm looking at the floor. Now we're moving. We're playing hokey pokey here.
Yeah. Okay.
Getting traded around. I'm trying to back up without knocking things over. What it is, folks, I thought I had my phone plugged in this afternoon to charge it, and I didn't.
22.5.
Okay. He has 22.5-inch block.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have to step over here for us to see what you're doing. Now as he pushes it down onto the block.
I know you can't see up in there, but it's pushing it out now. That's going to relax it.
Okay. So it's going to relax the felt, and then it's going to be exactly the right size.
And I'll come back in the morning, and I'll smooth it out again.
Uh-huh.
And then it'll come on, it'll be perfectly laying in there.
Okay.
All right.
So there you have it, folks.
And then, now before we take off on this, the next step is...
Okay, guys, we're going to make a wild spin. Woo! Sorry, I am trying to work around a charging cord here.
Right here, on here, when I do that, when I put the band in, I write check size.
Okay, let's see, folks, if he actually wrote what he says. Did he actually? Oh, wow, he did.
Oh, man, this sounds exciting. Okay, then what I do there, I put this on there. Now, that'll go all the way through the process until I sew the band in.
Okay.
And once I sew the band in, then I write band in.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And then when I sew up the back with the little fancy stitches, then we scribble it out. And then you take a picture of the size to make sure it's right. And we write that on there. And then if there's any other notes about anything else that needs to be done, it gets written on there.
Oh, yeah. That way we'll all stay in contact with it.
Okay. So when the hat ships out, do we ship those yellow tags?
Maudie keeps them.
Maudie keeps track of those.
Yeah.
And why does she keep track of those?
Because they're worth money.
Really?
Yeah.
These little yellow strips of paper are worth money.
Yeah.
This sounds like an interesting game.
Yeah, it is very much interesting because sometimes the prices, it's like...
Now, this is just between you and her, I understand?
Yeah,
Okay.
See, here's one check size. Band, where you scratched it out.
Okay, you see, folks, how he wrote band in, and then later I marked it out, and then he took a photo. Okay.
All right, I'm trying to find some that had other stuff in
there. They're all perfect tags when you're looking.
Well, yeah,
oh, well.
Wait, I'm trying to see if I did have. I think I've done...
I can't move, dear. We're attached to a cord. We're at the end of our rope.
Okay, here's one right here. Here it goes. Work on crown and brim.
Okay.
Okay, now, this one hadn't been sewn in yet, so I'll
it doesn't
probably
even...
taking the band out, doing what I have to do, and then
put it back and
once
sew
I put it back and sew it in, that's when band's in.
Okay. So, folks, you don't ever see that yellow tag. That's what we use here in the shop. What you do see when you get your hat is that tag, the white tag that is made up from the time we start the order until it ships out to you. And you know what we found out? We found out something interesting this weekend about someone's white tags. Tell us about that.
Oh, yeah. That's Turner Adams. He keeps the white tags.
And what does he do? I mean, what do you mean he keeps them?
Hang them on the wall.
That is an interesting thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. I don't know. That's what he does. And so It's pretty neat for us. Made us feel good.
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
It was very interesting. I never thought about anybody that they might be keeping those tags, but that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So
I liked it.
now Tony's back with us again, and a couple of friends from Kentucky are watching. One of the friends that I went to school with, her name is Sharon, and she and her husband have a hardware store in Kentucky. And she said her husband loves our hats. Well, I tell you what, Sharon, it's too bad you're not closer, because if you lived closer, we would trade with you. We would give him a hat for something from your hardware store. But, you know, we're a little far away to do that. So if I'm going to come, if next time I'm going to come to Kentucky, we might keep that in mind.
All right. That's what I'm talking
So
about. We do horse trading.
we do lots of horse trading. You know what, my dear husband tells me that I can have anything in the world I want, as long as those folks that have that item will trade for a hat.
That is true.
Now, this has been a rather serious. A lot of times our shows are kind of funny. This one's been a little serious.
That is serious. I can't joke around.
Yeah, folks, believe me, this is the side of Grizz. He is very, very serious when it comes to...
Well, when it comes to this, you can't clown around too much.
That's true.
Yeah, that
Okay,
right.
so we're going to end this one up for the day, and someday we'll have another funny one.
Okay.
What?
What? I was going to say, remember now tomorrow we're going to be pulling hat bodies.
Yes, tomorrow we will show you after we get some hat bodies and he's getting ready to block. Remember all these tags we got hanging over here? Oh, they're not even over there, folks. He's got them all ready to pull the hat bodies. So, those little screws that are all sticking out over there are not random spikes for...
Well, here's some here.
Oh, there's some over there that are not going to be blocked in this next one. Okay, so... the hats which will be blocked next, those tags have already been pulled. And we'll show you tomorrow what happens when we pull hat bodies. Okay. Right. And how are you going to say?
I said, why?
Oh.